a spark of insanity. This here is Chris, who's usually behind the camera, our host with the most, whose brain is quite possibly toast.
Welcome to Fireside Cigars, your one-stop spot for tobacco knowledge.
Other kinds of knowledge, too.
That's not fit for camera.
Good evening. This is Fireside Cigars. I'm Connor. This here is our special guest, is John, occasionally behind the camera. And we actually have a little bit of a twofer for you tonight. Chris and I are going to be smoking the Olivia Series V cigar, and John actually has the nub habano.
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 I made the recommendation to him since I know he has a deep fondness for the Nub, Connecticut.
Nub.
And we're going to be giving you our opinion on this cigar. I said in an earlier video that it's one that's pretty common. It's been reviewed a lot. Actually, both of these have. And they're great cigars. We just want to give you maybe a more honest opinion than some of the other review websites or magazines or what have you out there. And I'll be pairing this with the UFO Huckleberry, and Chris will be pairing it with the City Steam Brewery.
Naughty erraness, the naughtiness. John, what will you be drinking tonight?
I have a Yingling lager with my habano nub.
And if you saw my last video with Connor's Corner, you will recognize that habano actually means Cuban seed tobacco. But we're going to smoke these, and we're going to come right back and tell you our opinions.
We'll see you in about an hour.
Stay smoky. Welcome back to Fireside Cigars. I'm Connor. If you missed it the first time, this here's John.
John.
And a few notes on the cigar, the Olivia V series. I detected from the get-go a pepper sort of flavor, like cracked pepper, with a subtle earthy sweetness. And Josh would be here today to give his input on the cigar, but he is up in Maine communicating with his own kind, the Great North American Sasquatch. It sort of mellowed out towards the end. Still a little bit of pepperiness, but more towards that earthy sweetness and a little bit of coffee.
Time frame?
About an hour if you're like me and you really chief him down, maybe 2 hours for Chris. We actually had a little bit of humidification issues with both John and I's cigar. When you get a really dry cigar, it'll burn faster, and the flavor is going to differ subtly. Sometimes that comes out in a bitter, skunky note. Sometimes it just makes the flavor a little bit more tarry. It all depends on how dry the cigar is.
Rating.
I would give that a solid 7 empty beer bottles out of 10.
I had the nub. Hull Bond. Habano. And it was pretty smooth. It was alright. It's definitely not a cigar I would choose to do with a Yingling. More like a whiskey on the rocks kind of thing. Otherwise, rather smooth cigar. It was alright. I give it a 6 dingleberries on the frickin' Richter scale. And it was pretty good. It wasn't that bad.
I've had the Nub Habano before, which is why I recommended it to him, because I know he's a big fan of the Nub series. John likes them nubs in his mouth.
Nub.
It's a little bit spicier than some, and I don't know, it's not a peppery spiciness, it's
Good question.
it just kind of hits your mouth. It's kind of hard to describe. It pow, right in the kisser.
Right in the kisser. Era.
That's all we really had for you today. Join us next week. We'll find something fun and inventive to do. We're actually thinking about going over a premiere on different cigar shapes and sizes, so look forward to that, and we'll have a smokable that will be determined. Chris is gesturing. I can't figure out what for.
I was going to give my quick input on the cigar. I agree with the pepperiness, the spice. I definitely smoked it a little bit slower, so I had about a 2-hour burn. I I would give it 8 of those out of those. But it was a good cigar, definitely all the way through. Mine wasn't too dry. There's still a piece of it left over there somewhere. But yeah, anything else, guys?
Chris had a more humidified cigar, probably because he slobbers all over the end of it.
A little bit.
He's well at doing.
Get it nice and slick.
It is what it is.
All right, stay smoky, my friends.